Hey guys, Rick from Velocity Addiction. Show you what I've been working on this past weekend. I was able to go through the recycling pile at work and pick up 4 Dell server power supplies. They're 870 watts each, 12 volt out, and I've been modifying them for bench power supplies. So as you put a little bit of a load on them, you'll hear the fan ramps up pretty high, but as soon as you put a load on them, the fan will regulate to what it needs to do. And it gives me 12 volt output so I can plug my chargers in. And part of the process of doing this is trying to figure out the pinouts on here. If you look on the right hand side, there's a series of 4 rows of 6 pins each, and you have to find out the right configuration for those to get the power supply to turn on. For these power supplies, these are out of an R710 server, and it's A6 and C6 needs to be jumpered to ground, and B2 through 4, I believe, are the grounds. The numbering starts at the bottom. Bottom row is A, the top row is D, and then they go from left to right, 1 through 6. So you ground those to a switch, you flip the switch, and power supply powers up. I also was able to grab 2 banks of 5 server cooling fans, which I've been kind of hacking apart, and I actually got my finger stuck in this one, broke the blade off, chopped my finger up pretty good. They put out a lot of air volume. Just in testing that, I plugged that into the power supply just for a second, just to see if I had my pinning right to power it up, and this thing spun up and decided to walk its way across the table at a very fast rate, right into my finger. But I got 5 fans in there, 4 left in this one, and that's the one that's broken, but it still works. It's just out of balance because it's missing a blade, because it was embedded in my finger. So the plan is, this is a case from my wife. She's a cosmetology instructor. This is what they give their students. When their students quit or leave without graduating, they take the cases back. So I got a free case. Plan is to put a power supply in there and another one next to it, and have 12 to 24 volts powering my chargers in here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for chargers right now. As of right now, I have an old LRP Pulsar 3 that I used when I was racing. Its max is 3S LiPo, and the balancer for it. And then this is a Gens Ace iMars charger. This is a max of 6S, which is pretty much the highest I'll ever run, I think, unless we decide to change the electronics in a Zelos and go 8S or 12S in it. But as of right now, from what I'm seeing online, people are maxing this boat out at about 8S, and if you flip, it splits the hull and all kinds of carnage. And then this also has a drawer underneath, which I think might actually be where I'm going to house the power supplies. So I won't have to open this drawer all that often. I'll just put a hole over here and run the wire out, because there's a nice gap there. Run the wire out, run it up into the top, and then I'll build a little shelf in there for the power or for the chargers. Not sure what chargers I'm going to be running in the case. Like to get a puller on. but I'm not quite sure how it's going to work in this case. And the Mars charger works good. It's the only problem is I lent it out to a friend and they busted the input jack on it, so you have to fiddle with the wire to get it to power up. And the pulsar is not really going to fit our needs for the boat. But that's where we're at. Batteries should be coming in the mail today, so maybe another video going up either tonight or sometime later this week of setting up the batteries for the boat. Got all new connectors for it. They're spark arrest connectors, so you don't have an arc when you plug the battery in. 6S's arc pretty good when you plug them in, because you're putting 22 something volts into a capacitor pack. So instead of rigging up an anti-spark line like everybody else does, I went and actually found connectors that have the anti-spark built into the connector, so you don't have to have that extra wire laying around inside the boat. And I was just playing around with some paracord, seeing if I could sleeve the wires, make them look nice inside the boat. And that's my old, that's actually not my power supply, it's my buddy Doug's. That's his old Rivergate Bulldog. It's a 30 amp power supply. It's what we used when we were racing. You can see I got my old Weller soldering iron. It's about shot. I can get it up to 800 degrees, but it doesn't hold it. As soon as I touch it to something, it drops off pretty quickly, and I can't find elements for it anymore, so we're gonna have to get a new soldering station. But that's where we're at right now. I'm just waiting for the mailman to come get the batteries. I went and got a bath towel over at Dollar General for $3 to throw over the boat so it doesn't get dirty and protect it a little bit. But that's where we're at right now. And stay tuned. You may see a video of the unboxing of the batteries. I got two 6S 5000 milliamp 70 to 140C discharge lipos coming. So we'll unbox those and put an initial charge on them and see how they are, and wire them up so that we can charge. No new updates on the bike or the Mustang. I did pick this up. This is my retrieval method for the RC boat in case I flip it. This is $20 at Walmart. Comes with the oars. Everything you need to go get your RC boat when you flip it over on the lake. So that's where we're at. We may actually have some running video on Sunday. Got a bunch of guys local in the area here, seeing where they're going to run. So I may have some video of their boats running. May have a video of the Zelos, just doing a maiden, not pushing it. We'll see what it does. I'm going to try and get a GPS for it as well, so we can see what the initial speeds are going to be on it, and then we'll go through, and as I make modifications to it, we'll see if those speeds increase, see how fast we can get it to go. Hopefully without flipping and shattering it to pieces. But that's it for today. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.